ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round number 6 of the Pro Play Games Tour event here in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, both of these players were, I believe, at table 5, and we have World Chalice FTK, and we also got another Danger Thunder Dragon coming for you guys as well.
If you were to tell me FTK in the room, I would have pretty much believed Tempest Magician to be the only one viable within this format. But it looks like Antonio is interested in showing us otherwise with what I assume can fall back on Link spam should it start looking wrong.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if we got to see the die roll there. This is going to be... I'm excited. I don't know about you, John.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is going to be good.
And it does look like the World Chalice FTK is opting to go first. And
Oh, that's a midfield breaker.
Oh, that's huge for protecting your combos.
Yep, so that would stop Impermanence.
That's at 1,
that would
right?
Stop Valor, and a Shine
Not
Ball
every
normal
day
summon.
you see normal summon Shine
It is
Ball.
not very common. He has a Call by the Grave in hand, too, for other hand traps.
Oh.
This is going to be interesting.
Let's see where he can take us.
So he goes into Imduk. I believe just requires 1 normal summon.
It's been a while since I've read this card.
I believe it allows you an additional normal summon of a World Chalice card.
Specifically, yes.
Yes. Shine Ball FTK. That's what they should have called this.
Oh, yeah. You definitely want to see Venus before Shine Ball. But it looks like he's making do so far.
And this is, remember guys, this is round 6. So both these players, I believe, are X1
Is that
at this
a Chaos
point.
Dragon in this
I
game?
think that's...
Like the legit big ones.
Look at the Chaos Dragons, or Guard Dragons, excuse me, coming out in so many different forms this weekend. So linking off Imduk.
And tributing.
For the World Chalice.
Additional normal.
Yes, the additional normal summon. And then when that hits the graveyard, I believe you get to search 2 cards.
Look at how happy Antonio is just to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And like having his opponent say what to every card.
Oh my god.
This is the embodiment of what some
people If we're
going
to break 1,000 views again, it's probably going to be because World Chalice is...
Can we put World Chalice FTK in the title?
I mean, I don't have... that's above my pay grade.
Can we put World Chalice FTK in the stream title?
In the stream title?
Yeah.
Oh,
I see what you're saying.
Unfortunately, Antonio just passed, so that was very lackluster.
Because of that, no.
I was going to say, maybe he was going off.
He's failed to impress the boss, but here comes a good old MRD, Thunder Dragon touching on down.
So, he's going to go ahead and allow that to go. He didn't set Call by the Grave, interestingly enough.
Yeah, he seems to be choosing to keep it, so I think he's keeping alive to the hope that he'll be turboing off on his opponent instead of leaving it to be popped.
That's true, but, you know, going up against Danger Thunder, that's...
He may not have known the matchup coming in.
Fair, that's fair.
A lot of opponents have had time to check out other tables of the day, but of course, some decks finish faster than others, as we see.
Yeah, I was so excited, and then that was like one of the most anticlimactic moments of my life.
Well, here's Battery Man Solar going to be trying to do his job. We haven't really seen... when we saw Danger Thunder last, we saw Saryuja summon a Goliath. We didn't really see the Thunder aspect pop up.
Well, we did see a Solar Ogred in our last Danger Thunder game. So, Solar's just such a good starter card, though. Giving you that extra token and dumping a monster.
Staring at the camera.
All right, so he's going to dump a Roar.
You're probably wondering how I ended up here.
I don't know how I got here either. And banishing for Wyverbuster. Excuse me.
So the mini Chaos Dragon staring down what we know in hand is the big Chaos Dragon.
Yes. So that's going to allow him to special summon a monster from the deck off of Roar's effect. He's going to opt for Dark, and that will give him a token from Battery Man Solar.
Mandatory token?
Yes. Free Link fodder. Now what's nice here is that he can chain block the Saryuja if he opts to go into it. He's got 2 effects. He's got the Wyvern Buster as well as the Dragon Dart.
Looks like he wants to opt to keep one of these cards, so he's going for Nessie now rather than later. All right. It usually indicates that there's not a card like Snake or Jackalope that can be discarded too.
Hits a vanilla Thunder Dragon, so Nessie is going to summon itself out, and he'll draw a card.
Because you don't want to lose those while you have them.
Of course, right. So, Battery Man and the token.
Is he going into Reproducus here?
Possibly. It looks like it.
Yes, it is.
So we have a Summon Sorcerer's play coming up here. Reproducus going to make that Thunder Dragon Dark a dinosaur.
I got Dino DNA. Climbing on up, we see a dinosaur and a Thunder Dragon become a, full-fledged lady.
Yes, summon Sorceress.
And pointing towards a dragon, she's going to be able to get another one out of deck.
And he's going to go ahead and resolve that Dragon Dark first, add that Hawk to his hand. So summon Sorceress targeting the Wyvern Buster.
So I do see Stream Chat saying you should scoop, that kind of stuff. The thing is, you can try to gain extra information. Like, a lot of players would have just gone into the Saryuja. He's seeing, like, extra parts of the extra deck now. He's trying, maybe he can, like, get the Guard Dragon engine out of him. Like, see, now he knows he plays a not so common but more popular Dragon Tech within the deck being taken out of the deck. He's getting more information by just sitting there and watching his opponent
That is
play.
a Defrag Dragon, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Yes. That is a card that's starting to get some popularity in the Danger Thunder deck. And now we see a Saryuja. I believe that was just for 2, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah. Maybe just wants to open up the zones.
And that's what it seems like he's going with.
Gonna go ahead and trigger the effect of Wyvern Buster and get a copy of Collapse Serpent out of his hand, or out of his deck. And then he's gonna summon Diabolos with the effect of LP. He's gonna link that off into Agripane. And then there's Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. I'm so happy.
Much cheaper.
I'm so happy this card got reprinted. This was what, like $50?
60 max.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't imagine, going from $60 spending to just 2.
I can't either. So there's a Collapse Serpent coming down. Now he's going to go for, looks like another Saryuja here. So Saryuja number 2 coming in. He's going to draw another 4 cards.
So apparently some duelists are saying his Chalice could have an effect. Since his tribute summoned, it might be a negate turned on right now. That's World Legacy World Chalice, correct?
That is. Oh, he drew a Goliath off of that Saryuja. I mean, I'm pretty sure this game's over anyway, but...
Yeah, it's pretty clear Antonio's information digging.
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing an FTK deck, obviously if you go first and hopefully all goes well, then you really don't have a lot to worry about. Because your turn will be, or I guess your game will be very short-lived.
If a monster or monsters is special summoned from the extra deck, except during the damage step, you contribute this card, send that monster or monsters to the graveyard. You can only, yeah.
Wow, so he could be using that World Legacy World Chalice to actually get rid of stuff like Saryuja.
So that does seem like maybe why Jacob went into his
that's going to go to
route.
game 2. Although, when he played the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, he could have potentially been negating it. But although he could have been using the he could have done it before.
If he did it to the Agripane play, I feel like he could have been in a decent position.
Yeah, there's probably a few points he could have done that. And let's see what Antonio's got.
And emergency teleport to start us out. One of the World Chalices does happen to be a level 3 Psychic, I believe. Mm-hmm. Check this out.
Man, remember when this card was at 3?
Emergency teleport, amazing times.
So that is Avram, I believe. Aurum.
And is that a Lava Golem? It is.
Ooh,
he may not get a chance to use that.
I was going to say, he might not get to use
there's
that.
no hand traps here.
That's the thing, though. Like, Jacob might just be forced to side whatever he can and hope that, like, Antonio can't commit all the way
There's not
through.
a single hand trap right there.
Ooh. This could be interesting, then.
This could get pretty breezy.
I was going to say. All right, so he's starting with the Imduk.
The original Guard Dragon Child.
I see another special summon for World Chalice. Okay.
And we see a repeat of Game 1. I don't think it's going to end here this time.
I don't think so either.
And there's Eclipse Wyvern. Going to link both away, and that's going to be 2 effects.
Yes, that will be the World Chalice effect as well as the Wyvern's effect.
Goes for Reproducus.
So he's got 2 effects to resolve here. He's going to banish one of his dragons, and then the World Chalice.
We may be in for a live combo tutorial here.
I was about to say.
Judge reading the card to make sure it works the way.
I think the judge is just confirming what the card does, especially since we haven't seen World Chalice since, like, it won that one YCS in Europe. I think it's probably been that long since we've seen this deck. All right, so looks like you're resolving it, and you get to special summon 2 World Chalice monsters just straight from your deck, which is such a powerful effect.
I believe that's Ibli. It's been so long.
So it's World Chalice Guard Dragon. Ironically, that is Guard Dragon in the name. And he's going to banish Red Eyes Dark Dismantle Dragon with the Eclipse
you can
Wyvern.
bet he's going to be getting that back.
I was going to say, this is... we definitely have at least somewhat of a combo going on. Jacob just checking the effect of the World Chalice Fairy.
You ever just find yourself in a situation you're like, what is happening? You have to imagine that's what Jacob is feeling. The dual one, it's a summon pass. This turn, suddenly it's way more.
So we see the effect of the World Chalice Fairy, which allows you, it's basically a Strato, so we added another Guard Dragon to his hand.
And I do believe both of these have graveyard effects of some kind, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. Like I said, it's been a while, but we're going to definitely see a Summon Sorceress play here for sure.
Dino DNA activated.
And Reaper Docus, just the fact that it unlocked Summon Sorcerer's potential, making it so generic, is just insane.
And she points towards our Guard Dragon friend there.
Yep. It's going to allow him to special summon. He's going to get another
Eclipse Wyvern. That's something you don't see every day.
Okay, so now he goes for LP. And that's going to go ahead and trigger a second Eclipse Wyvern. Is that the Gandora? Oh, boy.
Oh, reeling in his seat.
And Jacob realizing what's going on.
So there's something that works different between the TCG and OCG
There
with
is,
this, right?
and I'm not sure if that's going to matter, and I'm not exactly sure on the exact like semantics of how it's worded. It was mistranslated, and it's like mistranslated significantly, but I don't know if that's going to matter or not.
Searchable FTK pieces, huh?
So now he's going to go ahead and summon Pisty.
And 2 zones are now opened up.
2 zones are open, yep. So it looks like he's going to go digging in his deck for LP's effect. Summon a third Eclipse Wyvern. And link off here for an Agripane, possibly.
I can't remember the last time I saw
YuGiOh. Okay.
3 of those hit the grave so fast.
That's true.
And there's Levy in there as well, just a boot.
All right, so got another link too for the Agripane. There we go. Okay, so we have...
And has he used the Pisty effect
Galaxy
yet?
S Prime Photon Dragon into a full armor Photon Dragon
and there's
into
Dark
Dark Matter. This card needs to get banned. I'm sorry. Dark Matter is just causing too many shenanigans.
Are you team Free the Rulers?
Not necessarily. I'm team ban Dark Matter.
All right, there's Defrag.
So Antonio's going to send 3 cards to the graveyard, and Jacob's forced to banish 3 monsters. Although, you know, that could potentially trigger some of his cards. Is that a light Pulsar Dragon in Antonio's hand?
I do think we saw one earlier.
And
I see
there's
Destrudo. It looks like Destrudo, Defrag, and something else.
This man just keeps looking at the camera. I love it.
Triggers all 3 Eclipse Wyverns off 1 Defrag. I do believe we're about to see that.
Oh.
What a mad lad. His opponents decide, oh, he's going to banish Thunder Dragons to get
and this
pieces.
is what I was saying. So
And that'll give him a chance to dig at actual hand traps.
that's true, because he could potentially throw his whole hand back with Hawk and draw a whole new hand.
Should he be playing them?
Should he be playing them? It depends on whether or not that's actually going to matter. It looks like Jacob's trying to stack the Chain Link appropriately. I'm not sure if he wants to shuffle his hand back first.
I don't think putting a body on board will mess anything up here.
I don't think so.
And he goes for regular Thunder Dragon. And
And here comes the Mulligan effect. You don't see this effect come up too often on Thunder Dragon Hawk, but it's actually a pretty good effect.
Can't tell how many cards he ended up going with.
It looked like, I think, 3?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. We'll see when he draws them here.
Oh, did he already draw them?
Oh, possibly. And here we go, banishing 3 Eclipse Wyvern.
The power play.
gets to add Gandora, the Chaos Dragon Levianeer, as well as the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to his hand. I'm so glad Jacob's letting this play out, by the way.
If you're talking about a flex in 2019,
this is probably the embodiment of flex. Okay, so Defrag Dragon gets special. So now he's going to link off.
that's either a link 3 or 4.
Yes. That's
And
a Saryuja. Okay.
Pisty.
Pissy special summons the full armor Photon Dragon.
Why, hello.
Oh my god, a second Dark Matter Dragon.
Can you
Sending
imagine if they're...
Chthonian Emperor Dragon. That's a blast from the past. Another Defrag Dragon. And a Black Dragon Collapse Serpent.
My mind's blown at Chthonian Emperor Dragon Ultimate Rare hitting the
I
graveyard.
know. We have Chthonian Emperor Dragon in 2019 being played.
All right, what card just got summoned?
I have no idea, but it's a level 1 dragon, I'm assuming. Because he... And then Destrudo coming out. Okay.
So Destrudo could be a 6 here.
It is a 6 here.
Yeah.
He's banishing the World Chalice Guard Dragon to special summon Chthonian Emperor Dragon. Oh my
What is happening?
God.
Happy Feet. Wombo Cup. Chthonian Emperor Dragon. 2019.
Summoning the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon under Saryuja.
I don't think I've ever seen that come out after
Overlay
that long.
For... What is that?
Is that the Chronomaly?
It's a rank 6, whatever it is.
It looks kind of like a Chronomaly to me, but I'm not 100%.
I need to get this deck profile. That's all I know. I need to share this with everyone.
When your co-commentator calls dibs.
So he's going to...
Number 6 is what chat
Number
is saying.
6? Okay.
Yeah, it is a Chronomaly.
Oh, and they're just scooping it up.
Yeah, it was a Chronomaly.
Okay.
Gandora
so,
looks to have hit the board.
Sure. So Antonio's going to go ahead and take game number 2 with that World Chalice FTK. Sure, it's possible.
If there's no hand traps from Antonio.
All right, game 3.
And he's drawing his hand, looking at it. Activating Sekka's Light.
Sekka's Light. That's a good way to start.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anyone's going to complain about Pot of Greed.
They'll just meme it to death.
Sure.
So reading Sekka's Light carefully. 16 minutes left in the round, ample time, but they do have to be mindful.
They do, especially because both of these decks, I imagine, take
Pretty long time.
pretty long turns. Yes.
Although, finish your current phase could be game for Antonio as long as he gets to main phase 1.
Could be, yeah. All right, so starting off with a Solar. He's going to go ahead and dump the Roar.
And now he's going to go ahead and... is he using Sekka's Light or just asking?
No, he's going to use
reread?
Roar first. Or no, I'm sorry. Roar has to be banished. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's going to shuffle back Eclipse Eye for Sekka's Light. Yeah, you're right. For a second, I thought he was grabbing the Roar. So that's why I didn't know if he was banishing it or what he was doing. So Sekka's Light shuffling back the Eclipse Wyvern. He's going to draw a card.
And I think I see a Cola Serpent in his hand.
I see a handful of monsters, which is typically what you want with that deck.
And already using Hawk.
Interesting.
This early is very interesting.
Hawk on the Roar.
Could just be going for an early Saryuja. It's very easy with how he started. Banishing for, yep, there it is.
Collapse Serpent, so that's Saryuja materials right there.
But it looks like he's going to opt to turn his Roar into a dinosaur.
He's going to go for a Summon Sword play first. Which we saw this in game 1.
Yes.
Doing a very similar line of play. It's actually almost identical to this.
And now he seems to be speeding through a little more. But interestingly, summoned
Ooh.
over there. Oh. Yeah.
Wow, he's letting
Friendly
him do
duelist.
it.
Friendly duelist.
I was about to say, that could have been, he called him on that.
Well, either he would have been able to summon a Thunder, it looks like, at least.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter. But, I mean, that's not the play he was going for.
What is the policy update? If your hand leaves the card, the play has...
I believe so, yeah. It's like chess.
Gotta be careful with that, duels.
I think it was always kind of like that, but it just wasn't written in stone.
Yeah.
So now that it's like official that way.
And we're going back up into that 2-material Saryuja, I think.
Yes, most likely.
And it seems he plays a Dark Matter of his own.
Which is pretty standard for Danger Thunder Dragon now, just to get into that Goliath combo. All right, so Eclipse Wyvern going to banish Chaos Dragon Levianeer. And then he's presumably going to link off that Collapse Serpent for a copy of LP.
Yeah. LP likely to go for Darkest Diablosis or something similar.
He's going to go ahead and search for that Collapse Serpent first. And now he's going to use that LP.
And there
Darkest Diabolos, yep. Now, what's interesting is that, I was going to say, Jacob could potentially take a line of play to use Darkest Diabolos to, like, try to rip cards out of Antonio's hand.
But with no interruption so far, it seems like he's just...
Especially if Saryuja resolves. Oh, no, he hasn't played a Saryuja for 4 yet, but Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss is a good start. Look on Antonio's face. I'm not sure if he's, They're laughing. They're both having a good time, but Antonio's face suggests that it might not be going too well. Okay, so we see a white dragon come down. He's going to overlay for... Excuse me, he's going to link off for a link 4, another Saryuja. Does not have 4 materials, though, but he will have the ability to special summon a monster from his hand.
And goes for the Colossus here, which will summon the Darkest Diablosis from the graveyard as well, should he want to. And defense.
As it should be. Yeah, so Darkest Diabolos is going to come down. So he's going to have a Colossus that's bolstered by the Saryuja. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss can negate a card. All right, so Diabolos hits the field. He's going to go ahead and search for that Thunder Dragon Dark and get a copy of original Thunder Dragon.
The OG returning.
He's going to pitch it to add 2 more copies to his hand.
And has he used that Seconds Light from forever ago yet?
Yeah, he used it to return the Eclipse Wyvern.
The Eclipse Wyvern,
yes.
Of course.
I'm curious what he still had in his hand. Ooh, oh, Defrag Dragon. Okay. He's got a Defrag Dragon.
And there's the tribute.
But I think,
well, it looks like he's going to try to play it out.
I was going to say, I think Antonio's Defrag Dragon was a little bit more impressive with
3 Eclipse Wyverns.
3 Eclipse Wyverns, yeah. Okay, so I believe Darkest Diabolos put a card back on the top or bottom of Antonio's deck. Summoning a second Colossus. And the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. He's going to rip another card from his hand.
Yeah, this is what this deck likes to do. Usually they like to try to get you to use 1 hand trap ideally, and then rip 2 from hand, and you're starting with half your hand, and hopefully there's interruptions with a Colossus or 2 on board as well.
All right, so it's going to hit the far right card. It's going to get shuffled back.
And yeah, so you do the Darkest Diablosis first, so that just in case they wanted to put the card back on top and get it back, you shuffle it randomly.
And I was going to go into Dark Matter. So now he's going to get set up the Goliath play in addition to all this.
Now, I wonder, is there anything that Antonio wants out?
Well, whatever he sends is going to get banished.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if he has anything that would trigger.
That's ideal.
I'm not too sure, but... This is probably one of the strongest boards I've seen this deck do. Can't specials from the extra deck. Double Colossus. You have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss able to negate something.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's rough, yeah.
Banishes a Chaos Dragon.
World Chalice.
World Legacy.
He's got Kaijus in there.
I don't think one Kaiju's going to get you out of dodge here.
I was going to say, he'd need at least a Spear Mode to get out of all this.
Everything's bigger in Texas, and this board sure is proving to be one of those days.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure Sphere Mode's like the only way you get out of this. And that's assuming Antonio even has it sighted. Alright, Antonio drew.
15,800 attack before the Goliath. Just did some quick maths.
Standby phase, Goliath comes down.
And
Antonio
I can't play a card.
Concedes.
Hand flip.
Wow, that was absolutely crazy.
But Antonio sure did put a show on for us, though. Game 2 is pretty much absolutely beyond my expectations for what I was thinking was going to happen with a World Chalice FTK.
Yeah, it's really cool to see that the Gandora FTK actually can be used in the TCG, and I think there's been like videos on YouTube of it, but seeing it in a tournament setting, and not just in a tournament setting, but actually at 4-1, now 4-2, but he wins his next 2 matches. He's in the top 16 for tomorrow.